We're streaming. Let's do the Sunday stream.
We got a party to go to tonight. 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 But all right. We got it. 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 Party, 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 party. We got a party to go to, go to, go to, go We got a party to go to tonight. But all right.
Moon Santa, what's up? How you doing?
We got it. We got it. We got it. We got
Let's see. We could say like maybe
We got a party to go to.
I'd love to say 50%, but that might be optimistic. There's a lot to do. I've got a lot of like the raw materials, the microphones, the acoustics are pretty good, but I'm gonna go like, I'll go goblin mode on that. There is some like raw construction. A wall needs to go up. And then probably a pretty... When it comes time for like the acoustics, that might just be a bit of a... That might be a bit of a thing. Purely because of my obsession.
But all right.
I mean, basically your classic like Owens Corning and mass loaded vinyl. Nothing crazy. Beauty. Right, we're streaming. I might not have to get into diffusion in here. But, even in that case, it'll be pretty straightforward. Oh, okay. Maybe I started talking to some folks today. So, like, I'm in a whole, like, office structure. The floor above me. Oh, the wall, so that's like an isolation wall. So... Let's see if my other camera's working. Oh, okay, cool, it is. So, like straight back from me. So I'm in kind of like I'm in a big rectangle, and this is probably like, I don't know, 400 feet. The So this is all going to be like dedicated to recording, like a big chunk right here. And then the wall is going to go like at the corner, because then the entire place opens up into this big open space, which right now is just incredibly raw. And that's going to be an event and venue space in addition to the studio. So like very cool, because that's like 3,000 square feet, I think. So gonna put a stage and a cool sound system, really go all out. So I have to put a wall to separate it, so then that can be kind of like a public venue, gallery, event space, and then all of my stuff will be behind that wall. So that's what the wall's for. Which also for like, if I want to do like a very large recording session, like a chamber orchestra, jazz band, stuff like that, I'll be able to utilize that large open space as well for tracking. So I've got it. There's a plan. But also, I do. Oh, so what I was going to say, here's a little bit of. I think I'm going to make this happen. So I'm in this large office structure, and the floor above me is a makerspace that's moving in, and they have like all the laser cutters, production stuff, carpentry, wood shop, all that. Pretty cool, and they're awesome. We just started. I was kind of like shooting the shit today. We're gonna go ahead and make some like really like effective like acoustic paneling, bass traps, limp mass traps, all that. The stuff that I kind of make on my own, but kind of unify them, machine shop it, and we're gonna and a ton of branded line of acoustic treatment, all made in the US. This is on the way. This is what's so I don't know. I think that'd be sick, because there's a lot of like acoustic stuff. I mean, some acoustic stuff just flat out doesn't work and costs a lot of money, and then some stuff costs a lot of money and works, but also the amount of the cost to the consumer is pretty the inflation from from what the raw materials cost is pretty crazy. So I think there's a pretty interesting place in the market for acoustic treatment that works, is easy to set up, and is like not like insane expensive. Yeah, so the stage isn't going to be in this room. So like this hallway, like what we're seeing right now, no stage. But what we can't see is the very large space right around the corner, stage in there. Venue attached to the studio.
We got a party to go to tonight.
There's absolutely going to be live shows because everything's going to be routed. Something happens out there, I pipe it in here, it goes out on stream, gets recorded. It's yeah. Everything goes through the flashing lights. We love the flashing lights.
We got it, 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 we got it. We got a party to go to, go to, go to, go to.
So monitoring and also tracking. So here's my control area, control zone, and then the middle area. There's basically like kind of like 3 segments here. It'll all be open because I like a big open space for acoustics and vibe. But like here I am in my monitoring mixing zone. Let's just say my overhead is very low. We'll just let's just say that people love a ton of, all right? Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I'm not a fucking landlord. Yeah, I just like the music isn't about making money. I'll say that too, you know, like I definitely yeah. Landlord Scott would be crazy. But anyway, so it's like here's my mixing zone. The middle is kind of a production zone, putting a bunch of like synthesizers and such in there. And then the far zone is kind of live area, drum kit, piano, band zone. So that's wired for like isolated studio recording. Full on, you know, studio records. Love making them. And then around the corner, big open space, live area, live shows, live events, which are also recorded. But those are live recording, inherently different.
We got it, 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 we got it. We got a party to go to, go to, go to, We got a party to go to tonight.
Yeah, it feels good with a little bit of gear. In the fall, I think that we're going to be really fully cooking in the fall. There's a lot of I'm streaming a couple hours a day, trying to keep the stream consistent. And then, the rest of my time is dedicated to completely going just like full on in the build and, logistics, talking to people, getting it all lined up. So, yeah, it's very exciting. Kind of, one of those fun things about just being being an artist. Let's see. Speaking of this stream, you can first off follow this stream and also just like, comment, and subscribe in every single way. Follow the Discord, click the links, click like. I have yes, you can always get feedback. And I'm trying to there is something pretty special here on the A Ton of stream because I'm a real audio engineer that has worked on some really cool stuff, like gone all over the place, and everyone gets a pretty unfiltered version of my my approaches and how they go, and that's very rare in the audio space. So trying to take it a little more seriously because or I guess the promotion a little seriously. I've always taken the feedback and the actions very seriously, but this is pretty special to have Waves isn't secretly sponsoring. This is all very unbiased and it's an editorially unrestrained audio stream. The baby does need to grow, and that's my promise for forever. Like, at no point would this reach a stage where it could be ideologically captured by Isotope or Native Instruments or something. It's never gonna happen. I'm never gonna do that kind of approach. So that said, you gotta subscribe. You can subscribe for free with Prime. And also, tier 1, you can send me stems. I'll do a mix live on stream, which again, free education for everyone watching. Awesome content. Get a mix back. Incredible deal. Tier 2, I'll send you the track outs from the board so that you can kind of tweak it as you want. Very cool audio deal. Yeah, I don't know. That's pretty good. Was that pretty good? Was that good? Was that good vibes on the shill? I feel pretty good about it. Until then, my inbox is open. Feedback is open. We're doing cool stuff. We're having a nice time.
We got a party to go to tonight. But all right.
Excellent. Yeah. Just arrange it away from the loop. You got this for sure. A new nemesis? Is this a streaky level nemesis? Could we have another foe? I'm down to collect foes. Let me make your foe my foe. Drama bait.
We got a party to go to tonight.
The live events. I've done some stuff with mastering.com like 5 years ago. I think that they have really good info, and again, I'm not ideologically captured, but I do agree that the pricing model and everything is not. Let's just say that I don't have an ideological alignment there. It's like a timeshare. Absolutely.
We got a party to go to, go to, go to, go to, go to, go to, go to. We got a party to go to tonight. But alright. We got it, 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 we got it. We got a party to go to, go to, go to, go to, go
Yeah, I mean near field, far field. It's one of those things that is like it's basically it's like as easy as you think it is. I mean like far field is set that the sound source is far away. Near field is that the sound source is close. So if we're talking about like monitors, um, like near field monitors are close to your face. Far field monitors are far away. And then that said, um, there are speakers that lend themselves to being more suited for far field applications.
we got it, we got it, we got it, we got it. We got a party to go to, 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 go
There's a dance club element. Play.
We got a party
I do a little bit of everything. Headphone emulators, I don't know. I am on the fence. I think that they are they're real, okay? And binaural imaging is real. So I'm not like it's full snake oil. I don't think it's like the efficacy is debatable, I guess. But it's like it's definitely better than nothing. Like it's not placebo, it's not fake. There's like a core level of like, is this complacent? Like there's something about like the physics of the room, speakers in a room sound, room treatment, just like physical waves that I think are even when it's really good, it's not quite the same. That's a little, I don't know. I'm cork sniffing.
We got a party to go to tonight. We got a party to go to tonight.
Hell yeah. Fantastic testimonial. It's going in the book.
We got a party to go to tonight.
You'll find balance. I think once you have something ready, you can send me stems, and we'll do like a real solid intensive. Unlock more knowledge. There's nothing better than like experiencing it on your own material.
We got a party to go to tonight.
Organization is huge. It's like legitimately huge. It's like something that doesn't get enough love. The organized mix session. I color code everything. I'm very like non-organized and oriented in that way in like everything in my life, but the session is immaculate. I've really counter-programmed myself. It's dynamic. Like even within like the template itself, I have a few options loaded in, just like compressors that are like deactivated, and then I, turn them on and off. I flip through a few options. And then, so, the template itself has some possible options. And then my mindset is dynamic. Like if something's not working, or if I leave myself open to like, maybe I could pull something else in here. Which is also to say that it kind of gets like increasingly less dynamic. If I'm working on like an album, I like to find, and this is like, this is purposeful. It's like time management, but it's also like pretty purposeful in that I try to find like a core template for an album, which then like I take the other side, I'll really dial in a couple of tracks, develop the template, then load up the rest of the record into that template, which, if everything's been recorded kind of similarly, it also depends on how cohesive the record it is in and of itself. Like, is it a band that's using the same instruments on every song? It can be pretty fast to mix the record at that point. And then that said, that consistency, I think, is actually like better for the end product in a lot of ways. It's like you're developing that kind of like that glue to the record, like within the mix that, is then like enhanced by the master, the overall image of the album. And I think the working quick is generally good. With that said, I'm still flexible, because like maybe that's wrong. Maybe, I'm always down to be wrong. Like that's happy to be wrong. Like, I was wrong. Great. That means that this other thing could be right. I like thinking like that.
We got a party to go to tonight.
Well, thank you. Thank you for the excellent questions. Without you, there would be no content. Hmm. I feel like this might be... Okay, here's the other thing. Efficiency, I'm getting the vibe that this might just be the stream today, which again, I love talking to y'all, but I might just cut it so that I can go and make shorts of all of the nice, smart things that were said on this stream, so that I can advertise the stream, which might be the best use of the time. So that is what I'm going to be back tomorrow. The streams have been very consistent. I'm happy with that. And let's get more, because I really like answering the questions, I think that this is super awesome. We're just I'm gonna distribute clips. I love this shirt. It's a great shirt. Summer got it for my birthday. This is a solid gift. Last year. This is an old birthday gift. We'll do a proper birthday stream. 100 concurrent viewers for my birthday. It's next month. All right, folks. It's always good. Let's do another one soon. Good night, everybody.
Transients are friends.
Oh. Hold on, new follower. Emily ruining things. What's up? What are you ruining? What are you working on? No. If there's new energy, new stuff, it's always good to go. What are you up to? Welcome to the party. Maybe the party's just starting. File is preferable. If all you have easy access to is the SoundCloud link, we can make that work.
We got a party to go to tonight.
Yo ya no quiero estar triste, no me lo preguntes más, ahora solo veo grises. Cuando intento recordar lo que dije antes de irme, han dejado de brillar. No les pido que me quieran más, no quiero que me miren. Si desean mi bien porque arañan mi piel, yo ya no quiero estar triste más. Ven, mi amor, quítame esta pena, por favor. Vámonos, vámonos a otro lado, donde nadie nos cuente los pasos. Me da igual si es invierno o verano. Oh, que ya no siento que vaya mejor. Yo ya no quiero estar triste. No me lo preguntes más, ahora solo veo grises. Cuando intento recordar que dije antes de irme, han dejado de brillar las joyas que me visten. Yo ya no quiero estar triste más. No me lo preguntes más, ahora solo veo grises. Cuando intento recordar que dije antes de irme, han dejado de brillar las joyas que me visten. Yo ya no quiero estar triste más.
Song is good. Well, if you come out to the Bay, hit me up. For sure. Little studio hang. So the song is really good. The mix is very heavy on like extreme low end. So when you do the mix down here, you're gonna want to focus on your mid range. I kind of, you might have heard it through the stream, but I was basically just cutting like on the master, and that said, doing these things in the mix is going to be better. But just pulling back a little bit, like below 100, and then pushing forward. I think it was at 700. So there's that. And then I brought in the parallel distressors to again, like, I mean, who doesn't love distressors in parallel? But also, I had them set to basically accentuate mid range, bring in that harmonic excitement, and that's what the track is missing. So focus in on like synths, vocals, synths especially are what are like really far back and where that like 500 to 1K region could get like pushed forward in a really pleasant way. I think that's what's really nice there. But then like, a little bit of snap crackle, like parallel distortion, parallel compression on percussion can go a long way. But it's the thing is that the song is good, and that's what matters.
Vámonos, vámonos a otro lado, donde nadie nos cuente los pasos. Me da igual si es invierno o verano. Ya no siento que vaya mejor. Yo ya no quiero estar triste. No me lo preguntes más. Ahora solo veo grises. Cuando intento recordar que dije antes de irme.
Yep. So that's good. That's just like focusing on the mid range, which do it on the mix, and that's the thing. It doesn't have to be like that. Nothing has to be that hard. It's like what's great. Go and take a look. 500 to 1K. A little less on the extreme bottom, a little more in the mid, and you can there's so many different ways to get there. That's where your style can come in. I like a, I like that like mid-range harmonic saturation. That's very much so kind of my thing, which I also don't prescribe to everything and everybody. You could get there in an entirely different way, and it would also be awesome. You just have to address 500 to 1000 hertz. And that's what's so fun about mixing is you can take it down to just like these frequencies. You could do it with just like you would get wonderful results with just a stock parametric EQ, bringing in more. Or you could find your secret sauce for that region and also get wonderful results. And then also on the mix, your kick is like a little bit hot. I think that it sounds like it's side chained like really aggressively to bass. So I would probably just do less of that. Or it's just like, okay, it is nice. Too much. It's you could go with way less and get like a nice separation between your kick and bass. Right now, kick is really little too in front of everything. So just a hair less on that, probably like 2 to 3 dB less gain reduction on the sidechain, and it's nailed. Because the bass sounds good and the kick sounds good. Like, all of the sounds are good, and their basic relationships with each other are really good. It's just kind of pulling in those extremes a little bit. I think this is great. It makes me happy. This is a track that makes me happy. Hey, thanks for the incredible track. An incredible track gets incredible feedback. All right. Maybe we're rolling. Maybe this is a good. Perhaps the stream is gonna fucking go tonight. All right, if you want some feedback, here's how you do it. You can send me a track, I'll take a listen. Also, if you subscribe for free with a Twitch Prime or at Tier 1, you can send me stems and I will do a mix on stream. How cool. Really incredible deal that goes through an SSL, like Neves, like all sorts of cool stuff, and we all learn together. Tier 2 subscribers can send me stems, and I will send back the track outs from the board so that you'll have a bunch of stuff to play with and analyze on your own. This is the A Ton of Stream. This is what is happening here pretty regularly, almost every day over the last few weeks. Really solid streaming streak. I'm also in the middle of a pretty ambitious studio and venue build that's happening live on stream throughout the summer, which is why I'd say that's why I'm not like paying 100% attention. And there's a lot of like chair streaming and silence, but that would be a lie. That's just kind of how I am. I'm not. I'm a notoriously, let's just say, untypical streamer. It is. Thank you. Thank you for noticing. Um, this serves a very crucial niche in the It's not just Twitch is the thing. Like I don't think it's like endemic to Twitch. It's like it's very hard to get like audio advice, be it online or in person, that is like not inherently like commodified or like hmm, you know, sponsored by with an agenda. So uh this yeah, this stream is my precious little baby for sure. Yeah. I would think that the SSL does it, you know? Behold. Behold the buttons and the knobs, the flashing lights. Hey.
Transients are friends.
Hitting us with those Bezos bucks. Thank you. It has occurred. Let's see. This camera that I'm using is just like a HD webcam, you know? I don't know. A Logitech? A Logitech Brio, I think. Nothing crazy. And then for live shows, when those happen, those are like Sony Alphas. People tend to show off what they know more instead of actually critiquing on it. That's a fair assessment. I think that is definitely a thing. And then yeah, a lot of feedback people. Let's just say that they're not scientists. We're gonna go with there's a lot of like I'm something of a scientist myself energy within the space. And then I also don't like I think that a lot of like feedback and things are, they're like again like commodified $5 for a line skip or whatever, which, not my thing. Something of a scientist myself. The 6 dB cult. Hell yeah. But yeah. Cool, Emily, as a subscriber, at any time, you can send me stems. And then basically, it's a crazy deal. It's a mix for $5. Anytime you have a track, I basically, one pass per song. We'll do it on stream. And if you're like, damn, perfect mix, you are totally entitled to use it. And that is totally chill. But then also, if it's just all, sometimes it's like, oh, cool, I'll reference this or whatever. Also cool. These are the rules. Stream rules. What do we got? Oh, and hop in the Discord. Ads. The only ads I'm advertising are for this stream. Real recursive loop. So many group texts. A sidechain nailed. Soy red pizza? Noted. Let's see. This looks pretty good. I'll try this out for sure. All right, let's call it. We've got a new member of the 6DB cult. This has been very good. I will see everyone on the next one.